Been waiting for us to do a big hand. People's champion. Triple G.
It's better like this.
Okay. So,
Official. Too official for me.
why don't, if you want to say a few words, Gennady, how was your experience working with your new team, with Jonathan in the training camp, and then how did you see that translate in the ring tonight?
First of all, thank you very much. Thank you very much, all people who support me today, who come today, because it's good for boxing, not just for me, for boxing. Because the second step is much bigger. Thank you, my team. Thank you, Garden family. Just my partners, everybody supporting me. I feel great. Just my first meal after I come back. I feel very happy. My smile all day.
Michael?
Question, could you give yourself a grade, A, B, plus, B, and then also can you tell us about that left hook delivered from the lefty stance? Did you work on that with Mr. Banks, and did you know that was going to be there, or was that a spur of the moment? So first question, could you give yourself a grade, and then can you tell us about that left hook that ended it?
Я не могу себя сейчас оценить. Как я себя могу оценить? То есть вы должны это сделать.
How can I grade myself? You should grade me.
I feel not bad. Just I want to try maybe a little bit boxing. Just not so interested. First couple of rounds, still like enough. Come на second. На вторую передачу и начали брать силы это все.
Well, it's just I shifted from the first gear to the second gear, and then I started from that on.
Triple G.
Wow.
Straight back, Gennady.
Oh.
I was going to ask you about Canelo, since that was the conversation in the ring afterwards and what everybody's been talking about with Tom and with Jonathan before you got here. How do you think your performance tonight, what he would think about it? He's fought you twice. You scored a great knockout. You worked the body very well. You also got hit with some shots that, the one shot in the second round. Do you think that you gave him, Canelo Alvarez, a reason to say, sign me up? Or gave him a reason to say, you know what, maybe I'm not so interested?
Yeah, I tried to be right. I tried a couple times, body work. I don't have time. Just only 2 or 3 rounds. This is nothing.
But did you make your point to him? Or did you make him want the rematch or not want the rematch, the third fight?
Я не думаю, что я ему показал, что я хочу этого боя, это самое главное. То есть, и все, я думаю, что все хотят этот бой увидеть. То есть, этот бой будет следующий, как его можно отталкиваться от этого боя. Это совсем разные вещи.
I don't think I show him. I wanted to show him, demonstrate anything. This is a different story. This fight and our fight. Let's not even talk and compare this fight to our fight.
Gennady, this question is for Gennady Golovkin. Xavier Porter, BrooklynFights.com, Shooter 5 in the building. Over here, Gennady.
Yeah.
Triple G, this way, to the left. Here we go. Same way you do the left hook, over here. All right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Quick question. You mentioned after the fight, in the post-fight comments that you said after the second round, you kind of, realized that you had him, that you was ready to take him out. Was the strategy, or did you feel as if that you were beginning to, break him down in the sense that he started to open up to allow you to land your power punches even easier?
Yeah, I feel him. I feel distance. I feel timing. After the second round, I come back to my corner and felt Jonathan. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Because he's a little bit open. I give him a little bit couple chance. He's open. That's it. Just next round, and we started working. Just so close fight. You know, so we don't have a lot of time. Just 3 rounds is nothing.
4 rounds. How do you rate his power? Because you did get hit a few times in the ring.
I don't feel.
Okay. Hey, at least he's boxing. I understand.
Yeah.
Gennady, great performance. Dan Canobio with CompuBox TV. I don't know if you saw this tweet. Oscar De La Hoya tweeted after the fight, nice, with the thumbs up emoji. A comeback win. Now fight a real fighter, win a belt, and I'll consider doing a 3rd fight. Hashtag Canelo is your boss. I want to see your thoughts on that.
Вообще ничего думать. He talks so much, he back talk, you know, and I'm thinking about what he said Oscar. I'm thinking about, like, you know, что он делает, как он выглядит. Вообще это не интересно.
Not really interested in what Oscar is doing, what Oscar is saying. I'm not really interested in that at all.
Я не увлекаюсь мужчинами, вообще без разницы.
I don't really like, following men. I'm not about following men at all.
So safe to say you're not going to tweet anything back?
Нечего, что ему написать, то есть, вот его мнение.
What do you think I should write him back?
Maybe say
You
I'm my
look
own
good,
boss.
you're a smart guy, what do you think?
Probably say something back. Maybe, hey, I'm my own boss.
Come on, he doesn't know me. Yeah.
I think that's a lot of posturing from Oscar.
This is
Clearly.
hype, this is hype today. Oscar, just forget it.
And it's clearly the biggest fight for Canelo is Triple G. There's no denying that. And before we get to the next question, I just wanted to acknowledge Ali Akhmedov, who had also a tremendous performance on the show tonight. Ali also trains with Jonathan Banks. Max Golovkin actually was a chief trainer because it was the co-feature, right, before the fight, but Jonathan is his trainer, and Ali had a breakout performance also as the co-feature. So now everyone up here on the podium is open for questions.
Hey, Gennady, if you can't get the fight with Canelo next, will you be willing to fight Demetrius Andrade, which is another big name in your division? And also, before you answer that question, there's another middleweight out there. You know, he's on the other side of the fence, but I have to bring him up, Jamal Charlo. What do you think about a potential fight with Demetrius Andrade and Jamal Charlo?
Они очень интересны, то есть я вот сегодня сделал первый шаг, то есть в приоритете у меня лучшие бои, лучшие имена. Если они останутся на тех же позициях, что и сейчас, мы сразу же будем разговаривать с ними.
Yes, I'm very interested. Those both are very interesting fighters. My priority, if they still want to fight, we'll talk to them.
Who would be a tougher fight for you between Charlo and Demetrius Andrade?
Сейчас просто реклама для них идет. Они просто стоят, каждый на своей позиции. Как можно сказать? Пусть они между собой отбоксируют, и тогда мы поймем, кто из них выше, кто из них стоит выше. Сейчас я как могу сказать?
I don't want to advertise any of them. Two different fighters, let them fight each other, then I'll tell.
I can't right now. Yeah.
You've been fighting in the US for about nearly 7 years now. Have you, over this journey that you've been on, have you looked back and have you taken time to look back and watch the fighters that you put together, the belts you put together with any fight and see and got together like you look back at this time that you fought in
I don't think
America?
that microphone is
Your
working.
mic is not working, sorry, I'm hearing you.
Sorry. I switched off by mistake. You've been fighting in the US for about 6.5 years now. Have you looked back at your time here and the kind of fan base you've put together and the belts that you've won? Have you taken time to look back at your time here with pride?
Что мне нужно сделать? Я не помню, просто
So really,
just seriously, just
it's
I don't understand this question.
What's the value of-
What do you?
I was asking because you fought here in America and especially at MSG a few times now over the past years. Have you looked back at your time here with pride because you've come from where you've come from and been able to come over the world and sell a lot of tickets and develop a fan base and win titles?
Я очень признателен болельщикам, то есть никакой вид спорта не обходится без болельщиков. Если болельщики действительно есть, это же прекрасный вид спорта. Мне что гордиться, это же здорово.
I really appreciate my fans. You know, why should I be proud? I really appreciate it. It's important for athletics, for sport, for boxing. Fans are the most important thing.
And lastly, if you could map out, if you could map out the future of how your future fights would go and how your career would like to end, how would you like it to end?
Right now I have 6 fights that goes on daily. 6 fights. Every step very important for me. Probably I hope next fight in September with Canelo.
Hey, Golovkin, over here. Over here. You stated that you wanted a rematch with Canelo in September. If you're unable to get that rematch with Canelo, Daniel Jacobs has stated that he will love to avenge that loss with you. Would you consider giving him a rematch, perhaps?
Sorry, can you repeat who you mentioned?
I'm saying that if he's unable to get that rematch with Canelo by September, is Daniel Jacobs perhaps a potential opponent that he's...
Нет, но сейчас вы говорите о тех людей, которые уже прошли, показались. То есть есть ряд бойцов, кто стоят хорошо в рейтинге, кто чемпионы. То есть давайте о них думать в первую очередь.
You're talking about fighters who already sort of passe, we already saw them, already fought them. There are a lot of new fighters, very highly rated fighters. Let's talk about them.
Gennady here. Jimmy A.S. from Boxing Action Magazine. Congratulations on your win. I have 2 questions for you. First is, in your last fight against Canelo, it seemed that you came out a little bit slow in the beginning. Did you have a plan to come out a little bit quicker this time? Okay.
Yeah, next fight, every fight is different.
Okay, and my second question is, if Canelo called you and said he wants to fight, if he says he wants to fight you at 160 or 168, does it matter to you at what weight he wants, or you'll fight him at any weight?
Мы сейчас разговариваем о деталях бизнеса, то есть там же за 160 стоят пояса, то есть если ему пояса не нужны, то есть там много нюансов, то есть это надо все оговаривать, как я могу сказать, без разницы, то есть это же бизнес, это бокс.
So we're talking about fine business detail. At 160 we have belts, so we have to talk about belts. 168 is a different story. So let's not talk about detail yet.
Gennady, congratulations tonight, man. When you came here to announce this fight, you told me personally, you said that the most honest boxing happens at Madison Square Garden. So with that said, if you were to get the 3rd fight with Canelo, and Tom, this is a question for you as well, do you want that 3rd fight here at Madison Square Garden? And Tom, do you think that's going to be an issue in negotiations?
Yeah, I won't because it's different people, different atmosphere.
I think also to expand on what Gennady said and to go back to that last question, there's no reason to speculate on other opponents besides Canelo. It's Gennady's, what he's stated, it's his priority to make the 3rd Canelo fight until we exhaust that. And I want to acknowledge Melissa Moscow and John Hornauer who are here in the audience. And like I said, the team will sit down and try to make that fight. So no reason to speculate. Naturally, Canelo fought here, Gennady fought here. We do have met with James Dolan this week, and he said if there's a way to bring it here, he'll do everything he can to bring it here. So if there is a way, this is probably the most neutral place since Canelo fought here and Triple G fought here for that fight to take place. We're gonna wrap up here. We'll take one more question. I know Mike, you've been waiting. We'll take one more question, and then we'll let these guys go home.
Congrats, Gennady. I've also heard that it's possible you could fight in Texas against Canelo Alvarez. Would you enjoy that?
Опять же, это детали, те, которые стоит обсуждать. То есть, Ну как я сейчас могу сказать? То есть, мы сейчас будем боксировать в Техасе, то есть мы в отличных отношениях. Сейчас Мэдисон Сквер Гарден делает большую работу, чтобы этот бой состоялся здесь. То есть мы не слышали еще предложения никакого с Техаса. То есть это же все в процессе. Давайте поговорим чуть позже. То есть оно имеет быть, но чуть позже поговорим об этом.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yes, we know about Texas, but it's maybe a little too early, a little too premature to talk about that. It's a business proposal. Right now we're in Madison Square Garden, and they really try to make this next fight possible. So let's talk about Texas when we hear from Texas.
But to be clear, though, you definitely don't want to go back to Vegas after the judges.
Знаете, я вам откровенно скажу, что у меня есть осадок от того, что творится в Вегасе. Не то, что я прям не хочу принципиально, но у меня большой осадок от того, что там случилось.
It's not like, in principle, I don't like to go to Vegas, but I have some bad feeling.
Some bad feeling and some bad scores. Right?
Gennady, just curious, you know we're talking about Canelo, we're talking about Daniel Jacobs. Is there any opportunity, I know they're fighting in June, would you face Andrade or Zaleski, depending on the winner of that fight, come September?
Can you speak a little louder?
Yeah, sorry about that. I know everyone's talking about Canelo, and I know everyone's talking about Jacobs. Would you be interested in Zaleski or Andrade fight, depending on the winner of that in June?
Я уже ответил сейчас на этот вопрос. То есть я же говорю, есть ряд ребят, которые не битые, которые чемпион. Они в первую очередь стоят в очереди. Чем мы сейчас будем говорить, возвращаться к какому-то, то есть поднимать какие-то имена.
I already answered this question. There are some undefeated, young, interesting fighters. Then they should be a priority, not to come back to those fighters who already know.
I was going to say Zaleski and Andrade is undefeated, that's why.
Я говорю, он стоит в том же ряду, что в принципе и Чарли. И, ну как вот сейчас я вам скажу, давайте я буду драться с Кондрата, что Чарли, сейчас люди начнут раскачивать за Чарли. Я скажу, буду драться с Чарли, буду говорить за Андрада. То есть, ну я сейчас не найду с вами общий язык. Вы сейчас провокационные вопросы задаете. Кто из них будет готов обязательно, то есть сейчас в приоритете стоит Канело. Если не Канело, то будем разговаривать с ним.
It's kind of a provocative question because if I said Andrade, then Charlo will ask why not Charlo. If I say Charlo, then Andrade say why not Andrade. Now priority is Canelo, so then we can talk about others as well.
We'll wrap it up here.
Yeah, Gennady, this is Big Will from Sidestep Boxing. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Ali is your fighter under Triple G Promotions. How happy and impressed are you of him tonight as the co-main event?
I'm very proud. Not first belt, WBC International Continental. I like, he has a dream, just I help him come to his dream. That's it. Just 100%, he's doing. He won today, good job today, good fight. He looks good, I'm very proud.
Let's give, on that note, let's give Ali an opportunity just to speak, and applause also. So, Ali, it's a great performance. You beat an undefeated 15-0 fighter.